You know, we have done a lot of work over the last year, especially with Estes Park. There's a lot of work that's being done by their Economic Development Committee. Childcare is one of the things they have identified as important in terms of making a difference to maintain a vital community there.
Right.
Same thing, San Miguel County. So we work with those different places because there's no sense in people reinventing the wheel.
Yeah,
it's a pretty straightforward thing. And what the city of Chicago and other people have really found is that we sort of are a disruptor in that what we are trying to do is allow the centers to, you know, outside of the marketplace, because young parents can't afford, right, the most expensive tuition in the world, but make sure the school can charge what it really costs to deliver quality care, and then help parents to whom it's unaffordable, help them pay that little bit extra.
And give them the peace of mind that their child is being well taken care of and well educated in those early stages.
Yeah, when we know that 80% of a person's social and emotional growth happens in the first 5 years.
Really? 80%?
Yes, 80%.
Wow.
And so, you know, anything we can do to get kids off to a good start is incredible. You know, and our county historically has been incredibly supportive of early childhood. So in November, we obviously passed the 1A initiative,
which
right?
was very big.
Which was very big. Not only are we working on mental health and fire, but early childhood and recycling. And we're super excited because I am actually the chair of the Early Child Adoptions Board, and they are the agency of record for the 1A money, which is now called Summit PreK. And so for all your families of 4-year-olds who are starting kindergarten in the fall, make sure you apply this month.
Yes.
You will all 4-year-olds countywide whose parents either live or work. So if you live in let's say you live in Lake County or Park County and you work here, your child could be eligible as well.
Wow, yeah.
You can go to the Early Child Adoptions site. It's earlychildadoptions.org, and there's an application there that fills out along with all that information, and you would receive tuition credits, much like the Towns program, but it's going to make sure that you're not spending more than like 7 to 10% of your income on preschool. The idea is we want all 4-year-olds to be able to access quality preschool before they go to kindergarten, because we know that that year before is so critical in making sure kids are prepared to learn.
And it's so cool that our community stepped up and did that and approved that measure and really just, you know, put money towards things that are very important to our community and keeping our community safe and thriving and happy, you know.
And healthy. I mean, this goes to mental health. This goes to family stability, both our program as well as the Summit PreK program. And I just can't emphasize enough that, you know, when you look at the return on investment for public dollars, what years and years of research has shown is it's about 13 to 1. So for every dollar put in, it's a return about $13 when kids are in high quality care during those critical years.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I'm so passionate about it. And I've worked with parents for a long time and done a lot of fundraising and stuff over the years around early childhood, and really saw firsthand what the struggles were. So when I was on council in 2006, we created a Childcare and Housing Committee and really made that a focus. And this program has really grew out of that work. And it's super cool now because we are really reaping the benefits.
Yeah, and I think it's just so wonderful because, you know, all of the research and studies and surveys they do say that, you know, people love to visit Breckenridge because we feel like a real town, and we are a real town. And I think that really is in part to our childcare program, and that parents can live here and be happy and you know, have some of the weight taken off of living here and can just enjoy being around.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, like we said before, with housing costs being what they are, with healthcare costs, anything we can do to reduce that burden gives us a better shot of keeping that family in this community. And when we go back and think about our community brand, right? What is it that people loved, and what did the BTO discover? They discovered it was the fact that we are an authentic, real town.
Yeah.
A real town has families. They have young people that are living here. It has older people that are living here. And we, because of the market forces around it, if we don't directly take a role in maintaining that, we will lose it.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, and I think it's so important to just recognize that balance between, you know, being a world-class resort town, but also really being a whole community.
Yeah, a place where people can really live and work and play.
Exactly.
You know, it is important for us, I think, too, as a community, if we go dark at 4 o'clock after the ski area closed, because everyone that works here doesn't live here. Who's going to volunteer for our bike races? Who's going to pour beer at Oktoberfest? I mean, let's face it, those are locals who are doing those jobs. And so whether they're being paid for it or being part of a large volunteer force, it is really important for us to be able to do what we can to support locals.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And so many of the things that we do really outsize our size as a community, the projects we're able to do, and I think that really is because of the thriving families that live here.